I'm Captain Dennis McCann with Little Rock Fire Department. Fire prevention is the key to fire safety. It's important to know the hazards that may be in your home. Let's go in and look at the hazards that may be in this home. One of the first things we want to check in a home is the presence of smoke alarms. We want to make sure there's plenty of smoke alarms in the home. I see there's one here in the hallway, a smoke alarm, and there's a carbon monoxide detector here. It's also important that we have smoke alarms in the bedrooms. So we'll go into the bedroom and see if we have some in here. In this bedroom, I see we have one smoke alarm here. It's somewhat near the corner of the room. Be careful not to have it too close to the corner for a dead air space. This one is far enough away. And another thing, you want to make sure you don't have it too close to a vent that might blow the smoke away from the smoke alarm. The vent is on the other side of the room here, so this should be fine. This looks pretty good. There are many fire hazards in a laundry room, usually dealing with the dryer, because too often the dryer is not kept clean from lint. There's a lint trap that you can remove and remove lint, but also there's one in the back, the hose that carries the lint out of the home is checked from the back. Now, we don't pull out a dryer and look at it, nor do we clean a fireplace or check your heat exchanger in your gas heater. Professionals can do that, but we do encourage you to have that done, and that's a professional service, but we just don't offer that. So here we have a washer and dryer, and what we need to do, and this is something the homeowner can do on their own, is keep this lint trap clean, because there's always lint involved, and you just have to make sure you clean this every time you do your laundry, and also occasionally check your dryer vent that goes out of the house and make sure it's not clogged up, because it can cause a fire. You have to be careful about where you store things in your home, especially if you have a gas water heater. This one is electric, so you don't have the gas flame to be concerned with so much, but you don't want to store gasoline or anything flammable or materials that could be flammable near something that will get hot, like a water heater. So please don't store anything, lawnmowers or anything that would have gasoline near a flame that would be sometimes with a water heater. One fire safety hazard that we have to be concerned about is candles in the home. They're very dangerous and they do cause a lot of fires. If you go out, blow out, that's the rule. But it's best to have a flameless candle. They do give the same ambiance that the flame candle would, but they're much safer. If this gets knocked over, or if it's left on and it gets too close to something that's flammable, it can start a fire. Another thing I noticed is we have a cord under this rug and it's powering a space heater by this chair. The space heater is a little too close to the chair, but we don't want the rug on top of a cord. Never have an extension cord under any kind of rugs at all. It can cause a fire. This space heater needs to be 3 feet from anything that's flammable. You don't have that much space here. And many times people will put a blanket or something here to keep warm, and they may leave the blanket when they go check something in the house and leave that blanket there by the chair, and it'll be too close to the space heater, can cause a fire. Give space heaters space. Fire safety is also a concern. If you have a wood-burning fireplace, make sure you have it cleaned at least once a year. Professionals can do this for you. Also, heat exchangers, if you have gas heat, make sure you have a professional look at your heat exchangers. We don't want a leak in there because it can cause carbon monoxide to come into your home, which is a poison. That's why it's important to have carbon monoxide detectors in your home. This is especially important, of course, with gas heat. Let's go into the kitchen now and see if we can find some hazards there. Most fires happen in the kitchen. So it's especially important to be careful about what you have in your kitchen. If you have the handles of your pans turned to where a child can reach up, a small child might reach up and pull that over and spill the burning material on them. It's also important not to have something that's flammable, paper towels or dish rags that are too close to the burning surface. The key to fire safety in a kitchen is don't leave your cooking unattended. Stay with it, or at least be close enough to watch it so it won't cause a fire. Most fires happen right here in the kitchen. We need to see if this family has a fire escape plan, and we'll...
Let's take a look at what happens to these kids when they don't have a plan in place. Never get in a closet or use furniture to hide, as you can inflict more danger on yourself or find yourself trapped in a building.
All right, guys, now we've sat down, some poster board and a marker, we've drawn out your family's home escape plan. You've done a great job. Now remember, it doesn't have to be a professional plan. This is perfect right here. Gives you an opportunity to bond with your parents and do some arts and crafts. And you've done an excellent job. Mom's an excellent job with the kids. Now, we've gone over your escape route and what you're supposed to do in case there's a fire or smoke in your house. Okay, show me which bedroom is your bedroom that you play and sleep in. Great job. Now, we've talked about you have a window in your bedroom. It's a one-story house, and in the case of emergency, if you get out of your bedroom window in a house like this, that's the way to go. Now, a lot of houses are 2 stories, some are 3 stories, and you can't get out of the bedroom window.
Some are 4 stories.
Correct. And so in those cases, you always want to check the door, make sure it's not hot, and then creep it open just a little bit so that you can see if there's any smoke. And if there's no smoke, stay low and get out of the house, go out through the front door. Now, we've discussed your family meeting place, which is right there, correct, in the front yard at the mailbox. Now, it's very important to remember, for no reason whatsoever do you ever go back in the house once you've gotten out, okay? Go right to your meeting spot and wait for your parents to get there and the rest of your family, and be sure to call 911.
Now let's take a look at the same kids after the plan has been in place. Always check the door to see if it's hot. If you open the door and smoke comes out, shut it immediately. Go to the window and signal for help. If on the ground floor, climb out the window if possible.